Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another edition of the Gamma Ray Podcast. I'm Tim with Justin and Tim.
How's it going, everybody?
What's up, people?
Hey, guys, and this week we're following up on part 2 of Son of Sam with, you guessed it, Son of Sam part 3.
I thought it was part 4.
This time it's personal. Yeah, so like when we last left David, he had committed his final murder. And the police were starting to hunt this son of a bitch down. And it was getting pretty serious, man. It was getting hot and heavy. They were looking for him pretty hard.
The police did some pretty quick detective work on it too.
Yeah, they did. I mean,
as soon as they started looking for him, it wasn't too long after that.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah, like you mean when they formed the task force?
Yeah, as soon as they started piecing everything together.
Mm-hmm.
It's like what, a couple weeks, something like that.
Well, I mean,
I can't remember the timeline exactly.
Yeah, they had so many descriptions to deal with, man. Like,
yeah, they did
a ton. It pretty much covered any white male and between 20 and 40 with brown hair,
with dark hair.
Yeah. Like I'd be covered like every one of them because it was just so all over the fucking place. I was doing hand movements. You can't see it, but I was doing hand movements there.
I mean, I don't remember what cop said it, but they always said if he ever came to Brooklyn and did it, that's when he's going to get caught. And that's where he got caught.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he wasn't the smartest dude in the world.
No.
This guy. You know what I mean? Like, you do all this and then you do the simplest things, like everyday mundane shit that gets you caught.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
always how it is, dude.
Yeah,
a lot of these serial killers don't get caught. They never get caught in the act,
right?
Because they got a speeding ticket or something small like that.
Shooting neighborhood animals, that belong to
people. Tiny things that don't
everyday things that got blown out of
People.
proportion.
Yeah,
it's not that big a deal. I mean, I guess he could have just let the dog go.
Yeah,
he didn't shoot it. He didn't have to shoot
Some dogs need to be shot. All right,
it lived.
Let's just be honest here.
It didn't even work.
If it's barely over, dude, if your dog is barely over 6 inches tall, just go ahead and.
Oh yeah, because then you can just wring its neck. I
mean, you don't have to. Well, you can kill it with shooting it with a Nerf dart. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and get rid of
it. Like an air pellet, like a pellet gun. All right, so like right before the shooting of Alexander Isao and Valentina Suriani, the New York City police created a group to hunt the Son of Sam, known as the Omega Task Force, right?
Which is that's a pretty badass name.
It is a pretty badass name,
for somebody like David Berkowitz.
Well,
right.
I mean, if
like that sounds like something like the Zodiac. That sounds like something the Zodiac killer would get.
The Omega Task Force.
Yeah, that sounds like something out of Special Forces.
It sounds like something you put together to hunt down like mutants. I mean, like the X-Men or something.
Kind of was.
That's kind of what it sounds like to me. And again, they released a description of the perpetrator. He's known to be, like we said, kind of. He's a white male in his 20s that had black hair. He was of average build, whatever that means.
A little pudgy.
5'8". You know what I mean? Yeah, not like buff, but not fat.
So it was super non-descriptive.
Right. Yeah, it was very vague. And so it's definitely not the most narrowing of descriptions in a city with like 9 million, 10 million people in it.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Consider if half of them were white or male, and then like 30% or 40% of them are white.
Yeah, you still talking a couple million.
And then what percentage of them have brown hair? Most of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're talking probably 1 million, 2 million.
I was gonna say you're probably talking 750,000 million people.
Yeah.
1 million dudes that all look basically the same.
Yeah, that's a lot to deal with. I think it was like a team of like 12 guys. You know what I mean? I don't remember the exact, but it wasn't like a huge team. It's like specialized folks that are in that group. They all have a particular set of skills. So right after Berkowitz would start writing like his weird, bizarre letters we talked about to his neighbors and former landlords, God bless him. The Omega Task Force was, they were alerted to the letters that he was sending to, the fucking insane ones, because it was reported to the police, who then said, "Hey, here's another guy writing insane letters to people. This might be something to look into." So it's
Yeah, it wasn't the smartest choice on his part.
No, it really wasn't.
Because I guarantee you, I don't know if anyone's listening, like, go actually look up his letters. They look like a 5-year-old wrote them in crayon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're just rambling.
Yeah.
So he didn't like change, all of a sudden pick up penmanship skills, started writing.
Yeah, it wasn't like "To Whom It May Concern." None of the letters started that way.
Yeah, it was more like a 999.
Yeah, like a sincerely.
Like, here I am.
Greetings and salutations. It didn't start that way.
He's a friendly neighborhood serial killer.
It's like, holy fuck, man. I mean, I think it was going to be pretty easy to tie those fucking two things together the minute they read them. It was going to be
the moment you saw him, you're like, "Yep, same guy."
Yeah. Right. So, because of the bizarre letters he's writing to those guys, the Omega Task Force essentially added them to the list of suspects that they had. Right. I think initially they thought he was just a witness to one of them.
Yeah, I think that, like,
his name was.
He wasn't real high up on the.
No, but
on the list originally.
His name was on the list, though. Like, he was. They were there. They were looking for somebody just like him. And in addition to the physical stuff, they released essentially, like, I don't know how they would do this. I mean, I guess based off the letters and stuff, a mental profile of the perpetrator. You know what I mean?
Dude, sometimes, like, the criminal profile, like, thing, dude, sometimes they are spot on with who they're looking for.
Well, yeah, I think it's a process of elimination game. I mean, that's really what it is.
Some of them are like to a T.
Yeah,
is exact what this dude, like, how he thinks, how he acts.
Who's a bedwetter and stuff like that.
Yeah, dude, they nail it.
Right, and so they said that the suspect was believed to be like a neurotic person, which he's saying, like, read the fucking letters. Of course, he's neurotic.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like a stretch. It was kind of a gimme. I just don't see the profile. Like, they built a profile around the facts that they already knew.
Yeah.
Right, which is, I guess, what you do.
Well, yeah.
I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you're not,
And so, like, he was neurotic, and he could be potentially, I think most likely would be the better word, to be suffering with, like, paranoid schizophrenia. Right. He is writing, that, he believed that he was, being possessed by demons, or the animals in his neighborhood are being possessed by fucking demons.
Yeah.
And giving him commands to go kill, like, super hot chicks for no fucking reason.
Well, I mean,
pretty much.
I mean, yeah, I think that would pretty much define paranoid schizophrenia.
Right.
I mean, they're all out to get me. Everybody's out to get me.
Do you think it would have been as big a deal if it was, like, just like average looking ladies? Like, if they weren't,
he went
like,
after, like,
attractive, like, you're running the mill,
or if he went after, like, 300 plus. No, I don't think so.
And I'm like, New York, like, it's crazy.
Big city of dreams.
It's a crazy city. Shit happened. And so on top of that, though, man,
I would like to hope so.
Yeah, they would have. Maybe. The 70s were nuts, man.
Yeah,
They did, like, crazy shit.
70s didn't give a fuck.
And I mean, so they also tracked down, this is probably a hard ass fucking job, every owner of a 44 caliber revolver in the city, which has got to be a fucking ton.
Yeah, it's got to be. I'm sure a lot.
Yeah, it's got to be a ton.
It was, like we said, I think I said it last. Like, it was one of the most, like, well-selling, like, best-selling guns in the city.
Yeah,
it was like well, I don't know if it was the snub nose in particular, but like a 44 caliber was like a super popular gun at the time too.
And I'm sure, especially after all these killings started going down, I'm sure a whole bunch of people probably, I don't know though.
I don't know if they were buying 44 caliber.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, because at that point, are you really going to go out and buy it? Like, nah, I'll just take the 357, bro, the 44.
I'll just, 9 mil. Something.
God.
I don't want to be mistaken for the fucking son of Sam.
Yeah, I want a gun that'll liquefy a human, like, on contact. And break my arms as I fire it. It's so fucking powerful. And so they collected all of them to do, like kind of like forensic stuff, the ballistic matching and all that, because they were trying to find a match for the gun. But unfortunately, they weren't able to do that, right? Because I guess they tested everybody's gun except Berkowitz's.
Well, you got to think they tested the ones that were registered,
right?
And that people probably voluntarily brought in.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
there were
dude, this is New York City in the 70s when like crime was rampant. Yeah. So just imagine how many 44s were floating around out there.
Right. I mean, like the fucking mob was still around and shit.
I mean, drug dealers.
Yeah.
Mobs,
then you just had like and then you just had the regular old people who, I'm not giving them my gun. That's my gun. If I give it to them, they'll never give it back.
Yeah.
Kind of guys too.
Like manga supporters, like in the 70s. Like that's what you're describing right now.
Pretty much, man.
They're coming to get our guns.
They're coming to get my guns.
Dude, that mentality has been around. The country's been around.
Fuck yeah, that's
like that's not a new mentality in like the 2000s. Nah.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like when people say that, I always laugh when they're like, "Come get it." Then I'm like, "Well, they will," with like 40 fucking armed to the teeth, like paramilitary fucking people. If they want to come get it, buddy, they'll fucking come and get it. There's nothing you can do about it. There's no way you're gonna do anything about it whatsoever. You know what I mean? They're gonna all be in like the juggernaut armor. Where it's like impossible to fucking shoot them.
Yeah, they don't. That ever goes down.
See, I like a challenge. You show up to my house.
Just lay down. Just lay down. So again, when they come to my house, I like to put my entire family in jeopardy.
Yeah, exactly. I got 3 meat shields over here in the other room.
It's my Second Amendment right to put my wife and children in complete harm's way.
How many guns you got, boy? Registered?
Yeah.
1. I got 15, but I got 1 registered.
Right. So like later, like due to the witness descriptions actually given in a few different of the shootings of the car driven by the suspects, but more specifically in the Moskowitz and Violante shootings, the police will start to narrow down their list, right, to people who matched a version of the descriptions that was given, but also drove a yellow car, which is definitely like any registered
owned a
car.
44.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm
pretty sure
I
that
don't
was
think
part
Berkowitz.
of it too.
Yeah, but Berkowitz wasn't on that list as far as the guns. But I think his car had to have been registered to him.
Yeah,
and then they start. I mean.
Well, I mean, you take those,
and then you take the letters too.
The yellow car, the make and model, then it's yellow.
Right.
That, eliminates 99% of New York.
Well, the thing is, too, it's like
then you just gotta start knocking them off one at a time. You
have a semi-close physical description. He drives a yellow car, and he was reported for sending insane fucking letters to his neighbors and shit.
Yeah, that's like
pretty
putting the damn bat signal in the sky saying "come."
Yeah,
that's
a
almost
huge
like
target.
Trifecta, man, right there.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just like, I mean, you're already being accused of being weird and creepy, and you own a yellow car, and you sort of kind of
are taking pot shots at the neighbors' dogs.
I mean, how many yellow cars are
the description?
In the 70s, probably more than any other color, because the 70s were a terrible time.
It's not. There's no way. There's no way that's true. But maybe.
I gotta imagine there was a lot more than now.
But I feel like it was more like beige or something. You know what I mean?
I don't know. You gotta.
That might be like
dude right here.
That might be because all the movies I've ever seen in the 70s are all grainy and shit. So it might just be making it look beige when it's really yellow.
Because I know like puke green was really big, like nasty ass orange.
That's electric mucus.
Yeah.
Well, dude, just think of that like that floral pattern.
Paisley
wallpaper. They had. It was orange background with yellow flowers. Oh, it's terrible. It was a terrible time.
Or any 70s fucking bright red shag carpets.
Yeah, but back then you thought it was hot.
Yeah, it was dope, supposedly.
It was the dopest shit going around.
It was. At the time, it was.
It was disco and floral wallpaper.
Why do you think everybody was fucking on drugs the whole time?
No, honestly,
because when you were on drugs, the wallpaper started fucking spinning. You know, it was trippy.
Think about it this way too, man. Like, when was the last time, besides a hotel, you walked into some place and saw wallpaper? Where was the last place?
That's a good point, man.
No, yeah, it's been a long time.
Nobody does it anymore.
No, that's a good point. When paint's just so much easier.
Yeah, and cheaper, and
Yeah.
less frustrating and ugly,
and not as offensive. And
yeah. That's why they put them in doctors' offices with wallpaper and shit, so you get the fuck out.
yeah,
You're
you're like,
I
God,
can't
get
be
me the
here
fuck
anymore.
out of here.
I don't want to
You
be
ain't
in
gonna-
here anymore.
Yeah, you ain't gonna dick around. You get
Wallpaper is so off-putting.
you know, after matching the description of the suspect to those, you know, that would also own a yellow car,
Yeah,
which really narrowed it down.
right.
Berkowitz was identified as potential suspect in the Son of Sam killing.
Right,
so
because I
he's-
thought he was just a witness to begin with, and now
exactly.
it's
And he's
way worse.
so right now he's starting to move up that chain, that list.
Right.
And another interesting turn of events. Not only was there description of the same car that David drove given by the witnesses,
Right.
we also received a parking ticket near the location of the shootings. So wherever the hell he parked his car, the meter maid showed up, decided, I don't know. Did they have meters back then?
No,
I imagine so.
I don't think
Who
so.
knows?
In any case, somebody came by and gave this dude a parking ticket.
I might
So
have.
they put him directly in the area.
Think of it this way too, man. Like, he does these things in the middle of the night. So it's like 2, 3 a.m. What are the fucking odds in New York City that you're going to be gone out of your car for maybe 15 minutes?
Yeah.
You get a fucking parking ticket at 3 a.m. in New York
Yeah.
City.
Yeah.
Like, what are the fucking odds of that?
Well, I
You
mean,
know what
that, and,
gotta
you know,
be pretty low. I mean, it's gotta be pretty
Yeah.
low.
like you would think that if you were, a fucking serial killer running around shooting people, that you'd be a little more observant
Yeah.
about
Well, see,
where
that's
you
the
park your
problem is
shit.
that's that paranoid schizophrenic stuff going on. He's not noticing everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like all the problems
That's
he's
fair.
having.
It's fair to say.
He's not really. He might be trying to plan out his next location, but he's not really going into great deep. I'm going to hunt this person down at this time because I know by their schedule.
Well, no, yeah,
He's
I
just
mean,
parking his car and going for a
and
walk.
just walking
Right.
around, just hoping you see somebody.
Yeah, it was
Right.
just bad luck on his part.
It just
that he
seems
got this
so
parking
like
ticket.
fortuitous that would happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's almost
Who
like
was it, dude? Who
all these serial killers, man, like fate steps in at some point
and gets him?
to get them.
Wasn't
stopped.
there another one of the big?
Yep.
The big serial killers got caught with like a traffic ticket or a speeding ticket.
Bundy.
Was it
Yeah.
Bundy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's how.
He got pulled over for a traffic violation, but
Yep.
he was already wanted. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
right.
Because
He was
he's
already
already,
Still, like
he already escaped
he would have
prison
drove right
twice.
by a cop if he wasn't, they
Driving
wouldn't
like
have
an
caught him
asshole.
right there. Yeah. But see, this parking ticket, it pegged him as suspect number one.
Yeah. Sure.
Now he
It's
fits
too- it's
every
too many-
description.
Too
Yeah,
many
and
coincidences, man.
Boom! Now you're on the scene.
Yep.
On August 10th in 1977,
Yeah.
the police would have like all they need to perform a search on Berkowitz's car.
Yeah, I think it's pretty safe at
Yeah.
this point.
And inside, they found a number of clues that would almost like solidify Berkowitz's involvements in the Son of Sam killings.
Right.
Because in there was a duffel bag filled with ammo. It was like
Right.
filled to the brim with ammo for firearms.
Right.
They found a rifle. They found a
Which
map.
he never used.
No,
Yeah,
he never used the
I never
rifle.
got like, why did he bring? I never got. I mean,
Because I think
He
'cause
might have
that's
just
what
had
he
it
was
in there.
Well, that's what he was
honestly.
good at in the military. If
In
he
the
was a
military.
marksman, he was probably using a rifle.
yeah.
But
So I guess the pistol's a little more up close and personal.
Well, it's definitely a snub nose too. You got to be.
Yeah.
yeah, you have zero range.
That's a
after-
self-defense weapon. I mean, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the kick on that thing.
He,
you're not
and
making-
then I'm sure he wanted to experience their fear.
I
And
wonder if
their
it's just what he could
terror.
afford
Yeah.
I can't
or
imagine
get
it
his
was
hands on.
too
You know, like-
overly expensive back then.
yeah, if he
No, I
didn't buy it,
mean-
if he didn't buy it legally, maybe it was just what he can get his hands on.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But dude, they also found maps like that showed like the layout of the crime scenes.
That's it, dude. That's it.
Yeah.
You're fucking
He
toast.
had 'em.
Like, yeah.
And perhaps the
You're
most
toast.
damning piece of evidence was an unsent Son of Sam letter that was addressed to Sergeant Dowd the Omega Task Force. Again, they're the
Right.
ones who were assigned to discover and apprehend the son of Sam. So
Yeah.
These
so
guys,
he
man.
pretty much left everything they needed to convict his ass
Yeah.
in his car.
In the fucking car.
It's a neon sign pointing right
Yeah.
fucking at him.
I look
But
creepy.
he's doing
I
everything.
got a yellow
possible.
car.
Yep.
I look like the subject.
Yep.
Oh, and here's a bag full of fucking evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, I also got a speeding ticket or a parking ticket.
Parking ticket. And I got a bag full of ammo, a Son of Sam unsent letter.
So
You
it's
think,
almost like he's trying to get caught because he's doing everything wrong.
Possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that he like had to pay that ticket?
Probably.
So it's
They
like
sent him this. They sent him to.
it's like
to jail.
7
They
counts
put
of
him on, like, the-
murder. You know what I mean? Like 11 counts of attempted murder. All
You still got to
25
pay that
years.
$200 car
And
fine.
a $200 fine for parallel parking.
There's a
Before
$15
anything else
ticket for
happens.
parking in front of a fire hydrant.
We
We'll
still
go ahead
want
and
our
take that
money.
out of your commissary. Yo,
I bet you
fucking
they
New
did.
York.
I bet you they did.
Yeah, fucking New
Yeah.
York, bro. They getting their money.
Yeah, I bet you they
One
did.
thing New
Man.
York does is they get their money.
Right.
That's for sure.
Yeah, I would
know-
say like a letter clearly addressing himself as the son of Sam in his bag is about all the evidence you need at that point. I don't think you need anything else. I think that's it.
No, I mean, if that was the only thing in there,
They still would
that's
have had
more
him.
than enough evidence
Yeah.
to okay, now we're gonna search warrant on your house,
Oh yeah,
Right.
for sure.
start checking
Yeah,
into your
100%.
background. But
Yeah.
that's enough to get him, at least arrest him.
Yeah,
Start
book him.
questioning.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's enough for like a deep dive into your fucking life.
Right,
Like they're just gonna fucking tear your life apart, page
Right.
by page.
right.
At that point.
Yeah, I mean, that's super. That's literally all they need.
Mm-hmm.
But before the search of David's car, the police they were staking out
Right.
his apartment and waiting
Right.
for him to leave.
Sure.
And this was also an attempt to they were doing this essentially waiting on a search warrant to be signed
Right.
Okay.
because the search warrant for the car,
Mm.
they didn't actually have a search warrant for the car.
Yeah,
so
that's not
them
good.
looking into it is that technically it was illegal.
Well, it's
But when
like
you
So
do
shit
really-
stuff like that, it's actually not admissible in court.
That's what I was about
Right.
to say. They don't then by not I mean I really don't know how they got away with this, but I mean by
Probably
not
because,
waiting on that warrant,
Yeah,
all that stuff could have been technically could have been thrown out, man.
yeah.
I think it was.
I guess the only reason,
it had to
It
have
was.
been. I think it had to have been
because
because that's the kind of shit that can get people like him off, man.
Yeah. on the
Yeah.
technical-
Like, well,
on
he might be
such a
guilty,
simple
but
technicality.
you fucking did it illegally.
You
Yeah,
jumped
You're
the
not
gun.
above the law. You might be a cop, but you're not above the law.
Yeah, the law
Yeah.
ain't above the law.
The law is there to kind of delegate itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Regulate itself.
Yeah. And the warrant, it never would arrive.
Right. But they did it
So-
anyway.
But yeah, but the police, they surrounded Berkowitz's home, and when Dave, and when they arrested him, he was holding a 44 caliber revolver hidden in a paper bag.
Hmm.
And after he was, upon getting arrested, he was allegedly quoted saying, "Well, you got me. How come it took you so long?"
What an asshole.
I mean,
That's like kind of a dick
although
move,
that's kind
But I
of
guess
like,
what else do you
well,
got?
I mean-
What else do you got at that
Dude,
point? I mean,
honestly, think about it though.
you know you're
That's
fucking
kind
going to
of a
prison for the rest of
badass
your
way
life.
of
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, you got me.
Why are you guys
Yeah.
such
So
bad
long, man.
cops?
I told y'all, I've been giving y'all all the clues.
Yeah,
That's
you're
kind
bad
of a
cops.
badass way of getting arrested.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, 'cause
Okay,
basically,
fair enough,
basically,
fair.
yeah, basically saying "fuck you." I got away with it for I could have got away with it longer if
I was slightly more sane.
yeah,
I
if
got
was
that
slightly
taillight
more
fixed.
sane and and
Yeah.
smarter, and not drove around with a bag full of evidence in my car.
They wouldn't have
See,
done
that's
it
the thing
if
too,
they
is
didn't
that
have the fucking parking ticket that put him in the fucking area
Yeah,
at the same exact
Good
time.
point.
yeah,
If he would just
might have
acted like a
stayed.
normal person and just parked like normal or whatever it was. I don't remember ever hearing about what the ticket was for. I
No,
am
No,
curious.
I never did find out anything about.
I am curious to know what it was.
But
I'm
dude,
sure
even
it's
so,
something
like
like-
even with the letters he was sending, That's circumstantial at best. Like
That's
it's not enough.
circumstantial. Yeah.
It's not enough to convict him on. It's barely enough to pull him in that start questioning him.
Well, I mean,
Well, he could have
especially
easily
like,
said, like, I read him in the newspaper, so I wanted to like scare them, so I wrote it like that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
see, I
scaring
was just about to
I was
say the
scaring
same thing.
people that did me
Yeah.
wrong.
he could have said, I read the first one, the original, and I kind of fashioned mine after that one.
To scare him real bad.
Yeah, to
Just
spook
because,
him.
you know, I'm fucking whacked in the head, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I'm fucking a little off.
Well, I'd be like, I did it against all my old landlords because they kicked me out, and I wanted to scare them a little bit,
Yeah.
have them thinking the son of Sam was coming after.
I
me.
can see him. It's like, wait a minute. You hear that? Demons.
The demons.
Like, yeah, no, you are okay. You're crazy.
Yeah.
You weren't making it up, and that's probably the worst part.
No, yeah.
Is when you make up the lies.
Especially with the demons. You know, it's always a go-to with the demons, man.
Well, Satan's everywhere, buddy.
The devil made me do it. I guess that's a good scapegoat.
Well, it would have
Well,
been in the
it is.
1800s or something, but
Yeah,
he's about 100 years too
I was gonna
late
say,
to
don't go
get
back
off
further
with
than that, because then you have to get burned at the stake.
Yeah.
Well, they were doing that for a number of years, so
Yeah.
I don't really think there was ever a time that was safe to say
Yeah,
the devil made me do it. I don't think it was ever. a
No,
good
but
time
yeah,
for
he's
that.
he's about 100 years late on the
You
I need
know.
help. The devil's possessing me.
It was
But, you
never
know,
a good
Defense.
time to whip that out.
well, yeah, dude. But it's also like, you know, we touched on it last week when this was like, you know, the whole counterculture movement, the whole really beginning of the whole satanic panic thing of the 80s.
Right, late 70s. Yeah,
Exorcist came out, Rosemary's Baby.
D&D was
No.
huge.
I wish it was
Everybody
bigger.
is
I could never
doing it.
find anybody to play that damn game with me.
Everybody's doing it. No, yeah,
No,
because it's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous game. That's why you can't find
No,
anybody
no.
to play it. Because
It's a
they
great game.
realize if I ever want to get laid again, I will never play this.
I don't have to worry about that.
game.
I'm married
yeah,
and I have
no, yeah.
kids.
No,
What do I care?
That's true. You're already not getting laid. So I guess what is the difference?
So you found him a wife, so you ain't got to worry about that no more.
Exactly.
That's all his other
Now
nerdy
all
friends.
I'm trying to do is get her to be my DM. All right, my dungeon master, so I can get some other
I
people.
was wondering what that meant. I didn't click at first.
the one that
I was
controls
like
the story. Yeah.
Dama Matrix. Was it? Isn't that? That's what I
That
thought
too,
it
but
was.
you know, she's a few years off from that, I think.
Gotta
yeah.
train him well.
Anyways,
Look, apparently, after Berkowitz's arrest, the police searched his apartment. And, you know, this is where it starts getting kind of good.
right.
And would discover diaries describing the acts of arson that David committed. I will say this, bro. If I'm not mistaken, I think he was something like 200 or 250 arsons that he committed that he's never gotten caught for. But
I think it was like 1,000, dude. It was like I
Was it
think it
really
was like
that much?
1,000.
he
dude.
claimed like 1,250.
Yeah,
or
it was
something
a
like
lot,
that.
dude.
Yeah.
It was like a
then I was way
lot.
off.
Yeah, it was a
But
lot.
just imagine. And
Yeah, I mean, but that's like that's not building fires. That's like setting a dumpster on
oh
fire.
yeah, trash cans, that kind
Yeah.
of shit. Just to watch it
I
burn.
mean, he might have started a couple house fires, but
Mm.
he didn't start 1,200 of them.
No, not that they would have caught his ass by then. I would think. I would hope.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're a
serial arsonist.
arsonist.
Yeah.
Is this when Billy Joel wrote that song? We didn't start the fire.
We didn't start.
It's because all the ones Berkowitz was lighting in New York. He's a New York City boy, ain't he?
Yeah, he is.
So maybe.
But they found satanic graffiti.
Interesting if true.
Yeah. Drawn all over his walls.
Right.
So I mean, you know, this is. if
See, like I
see-
don't think that he was like that clever to plan something out like that in the event that he got caught.
Well, I mean,
You know what I mean? Like I don't
have
think
you ever
he-
seen the pictures of his apartment?
we
It's a
didn't start the
shitty-
fire. Came out in '89.
Yeah, but it was based on this.
Oh yeah, it was based on a true story. Gotcha.
Yes.
Based on Berkowitz's arson spree.
Yes.
So look at how do we know? Billy Joel might be part of the process. The
I
church of
wouldn't.
final judgment.
Yeah, maybe.
You never know.
Maybe he's a fucking reptilian. I don't know,
Yeah,
but it's
you don't know.
possible.
I mean, how does somebody that ugly get that rich and famous?
Well, that happens when
Because it was,
you're
you know,
Alpha Draconis.
And he was smashing Christy Brinkley.
Yeah, well, that's money and fame, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Ain't like
That's what that
she was
is.
poor though.
That's what that is, man. That's proof in the pudding, brother, that money
Yeah.
can buy you happiness. I
Yeah,
promise you
that
it
is-
can.
Yeah, you ain't kidding, man.
That's what I'm saying. You know who says money can't buy happiness? Fucking poor people
Poor
say
people.
poor,
Yeah,
yeah,
for
100%.
sure,
Poor
absolutely.
people say
that.
that.
Right up until they get some money, and then what? Guess what?
Yeah, then
They're pretty
happy as
fucking
shit.
happy people.
Yeah. Money lifts worries, bro, and with no worries, it leads to happiness.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean, like, it can't solve all of them, but it can solve
fucking 98% of them.
99 out of 100 of them.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure, man. It can absolutely do that. And I know this because I have none and I have a million problems.
Same
So,
here. You know, I'm real poor. I say that all the time.
Yeah. I got a lot of problems.
Yeah, a couple $100 million would solve a whole bunch of them.
Dude, $20,000 would solve a lot of mine.
Yeah, I'll take 200, man. No,
200,000, you greedy fuck?
no, 200.
Oh, 200 big ones.
That'll help out a lot. I'll be
Mm.
real with you.
300 big boys.
Some Ben Franklins.
You give me that, I'll be a happy boy for about 20 minutes.
Because he's running a Taco Bell immediately. How many Doritos Locos tacos can I buy with $200? I'm trying to buy happiness.
I gotta stay the chubby behemoth.
Yeah. Dude, I fucking dare you to go in a place where they gotta, like, go to Starbucks and they're gonna say, "What's your name?" Because they're gonna write it on the cup. Tell them that you're the chubby behemoth.
Dude, don't think of
That
that.
would be
won't.
great. That would be great. Do it and take a picture of it and send it and post it on Instagram. You won't do
with
it.
video.
You won't
Well,
do it. You
dude,
fucking pussy.
I'll have
You
to
won't
ask-
do it.
I'll have to ask the wife. I don't even
For
know if there is a
permission?
Starbucks around here. No, I don't know where one is.
I thought you were gonna have to ask her for permission to do it.
Why the hell would I ask her permission to do something?
Because-
Something like,
Because you're a telephone tough
hey,
guy. That's
hey,
why.
I'm a chubby behemoth. I'm not gonna ask her for that. I'm just gonna go do it.
Yeah. You gonna get one of those like strawberries and cream shake things they got?
Yeah, I'll get the like most effeminate drink possible I could think of.
I feel like that's anything off the menu.
Yeah, me too.
You
That's
just
how I
like
feel.
narrow it down a whole lot. And get like one of those cake pops too.
Yeah.
But ask them for that after you give them the name. Oh, and by the way, I would love one of those, the pink ones, please.
Yeah.
Previously said, like they found diaries describing the arsons, they found all kinds of satanic graffiti all over his walls. And this will come into play in our next episode in a very big way.
Oh yeah,
Um,
for sure, man.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, I think a lot of this is
Well, we have a special guest next week. It's Satan.
Oh really?
Yeah, didn't mean
I
to
knew we
spoil
were
it.
like
I didn't want to spoil
trying to
it.
get him, but we were
Well,
having a
it's our
hard
Chri-
time
it's our-
like getting
it's our-
him.
It's our Christmas episode, so I wanted to do something big.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I knew like we were having the whole problem of like
Mm.
we kept talking to his secretary and we were talking
Right.
to his people. We could never actually talk to him.
Yeah,
Right.
it's like your peeps get a hold of my
Good.
peeps.
Yeah, that kind of thing, but it
Well,
never
you know.
actually happens.
Well, I summoned them on this shirt, but it took a long ass time because all the letters are upside down when I do it.
So were you summoning like Santa? and
Santa, yeah.
Satin?
Yeah, just like a piece of cloth showed up.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
All hell Stan.
Yes.
Yeah, Stan. Just some random ass dude.
Yeah, just
Knocks
hey,
on
what's
your
up,
door.
man? It's like, oh, dude, I thought you were Satan. No, I'm just Stan.
Yeah, sorry,
I'm
man.
Stan, the carpet salesman.
Later that night, you hear bells as Santa's coming over.
But immediately after his arrest, Berkowitz was taken in for questioning. Go figure, for the Son of Sam murders,
Right.
for which he would confess rather quickly and state that when he went to trial, he would plead guilty without a fight.
There's not really, it would make no difference. Even if you did put up a fight.
Well, I mean, dude, even Manson and Bundy put up a fight. Casey, I mean,
Yeah,
know-
but I really don't think that like he was that clever. I just was like, he's like, okay, I'm caught. I'm gonna go to prison. Plus all the shit they caught on his in his, even the
I
car
mean, they
stuff.
had so
Like,
much
while
on
like
them.
you can say like that shit's like inadmissible, you know what I mean? It gets thrown out, but it's still in people's minds.
yeah, for sure.
So they're still
I've
gonna
always thought
judge
that
you
about
based.
trials, man. You know,
Yeah.
where they're like, tell the jury to
Strike it from the
disregard.
record.
They
Yeah.
just fucking heard it. What do you mean? Like
They can't.
disregard it?
It's going to
Yeah.
play a factor in their
It's
decision
like they
making.
just fucking heard him say
You
it.
need to get a whole new jury.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Pretty
I
much,
love when
yeah,
that
that's
shit
true.
happens, man. It's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah. You got to
There's
counter
zero
it with
chance.
something like the opposite of that after, just to confuse them,
Yeah,
get them back on the fence, because that's pretty damning. Even
Yeah,
though
that's what
it's
I'm
not
saying.
technically allowed.
yeah, but it's
You
already
know?
been said or it's already been
Right.
shown.
Right.
That, the prejudice is already there.
Oh, for
So,
sure.
So it's truly, like you said, you would, but goddamn, bro, if you ever did that, I mean, by the end of the trial, you would need 15 fucking juries. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Every
Yeah.
time something stupid or something bad got said,
Yeah, that's
that,
true.
was insubmissible.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, this is when he would basically give his testimony that his neighbor Sam Carr's dog Harvey was basically possessed by demons and was giving him commands to go out and kill for him.
Yeah, not only a demon, but like a thousands of years old demon.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, this wasn't a new one. No,
I
this
don't
is a
know.
old hat. That's
Fucking,
weird.
yeah. Mephistopheles.
Yeah.
Like-
Beelzebub or something.
Yeah. It's like, damn, you couldn't at least been a crossroads demon, bro.
He's
I
like
couldn't,
the king of like dog hell. Like, hey, what are you talking about? Like,
Just
why are you going
nonstop.
into it?
Pavlov
going in-
ringing a bell with no treats. Like,
Why are you going into a dog? Just go into a person who can talk.
yeah.
Yeah, it'd be
It's
much
I don't
easier.
get it. I don't get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
People are much more likely to listen to you, bro, if you ain't fucking yapping
He
at
said that
fucking 3
his-
o'clock in the morning
yeah.
incessantly.
Yeah. He said this turtle wouldn't
I don't
shut
know,
the
dude.
fuck up.
Yo, if one of my dogs just walked up to me and started talking, I'm gonna pay attention.
Yeah, I think I would
Even
be
that-
too.
Crazy ass shit coming out of your mouth. I'm like, make a little bit of
I
sense.
wouldn't immediately go to this is really happening.
No, I'd be like, I might need to get on medication.
Like I would call somebody else in and just be like, don't tell them what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say, hey, say something to this dog, will you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
Like, that's why it's an experiment.
I'm gonna start
I just
wearing
gotta
a
make
wire.
sure, bro, we're hearing and seeing the same shit.
Yeah. Because then you can kind of judge whether, like, okay, it's just me.
Yeah, it's just me. Now, if somebody else did hear the dog talking to you, now you both going out
Now
killing
you,
people?
no, now you got a fucking problem because there's actual demon talking to you.
Yeah,
No,
now
now-
you got an actual.
Now you got a sitcom. That's what you got. At least a trilogy of movies.
Yeah.
At least.
A movie, a sequel, and then its prequel.
Yeah. I mean, I think you could easily get 3 out of that for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, they kind of already did it with Look Who's Talking. So, like,
Yeah.
Look Who's Talking Now,
Yeah.
right? I think it
Look
was
who's
one of them.
talking again, I think.
Yeah, where one of them is, that's the dog and the cat.
The dog and the cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were, wasn't that the same thing? They were giving John Travolta like orders to kill, or was it?
I
Bruce Willis?
don't know. I've never seen that movie.
That sounds more like what was it? Voices or
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Ryan
with,
Reynolds one?
Ryan Reynolds,
the
yeah.
Ryan Reynolds one. Huh. So maybe
Yeah.
that was kind
I don't feel like ladies would be that upset if Ryan Reynolds was trying to kill him.
of
Like, if you're gonna like choose between him and David Berkowitz, I think you're gonna choose Ryan Reynolds every time.
yeah, for sure. I mean, if you gotta die, you're gonna. I mean, if you gotta die anyway.
He's like, he was coming
Martin.
at me with an axe. But it's so hot though.
Yeah. But he did it with so much passion.
I loved him in Deadpool. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
You didn't see how good he was in Amityville?
He was good in that movie.
Yeah, he was. He was a fucking psycho.
Yeah. It was awesome. That was actually a really good movie.
But back to the subject at hand. He for his crimes, man, this dude got an asshole. This dude got an asshole of fucking time.
Right.
I mean, he was basically sentenced to 25 years in prison for each of the murders he committed. And then he
Right.
was then sent to one of the most famous prisons in the world, which was, especially in the 70s, man, which was Attica Correctional Facility, which is a supermax. Because if you think about Attica, dude, if you ever hear that whole Attica,
that's the only thing I remember. And I only remember that from the Naked Gun 33 1/3.
Yeah, well, what it was is because of how bad they were treating the prisoners, and they rioted. And there was like this whole fucking,
It's like it's just when he stands up in the thing. He's like, "What are we?" He's like, "Homo sapiens." That's right. And this chateau is supposed to be room temperature. This is slightly chilled. That was a good movie. I love that.
Naked
That
Gun.
was a good one.
Yeah.
Hey, you had a murderer in it.
Yeah, I'm cutting all this. So
All right.
yeah. It's awful.
Yeah, it is. All right. So let's recap here. All right. Because
There was the demons.
you just fucked me up with that. You're cutting all this. So now I'm kind of like,
Well, just go
It's-
back to Attica Correctional Facility, which is
Alright.
Supermax Spirit.
Yeah.
all right.
Yo, hold on, man. 'cause
Start the whole sentence.
Hold on.
I'm going. Yeah, I was about to.
You might want to just pop. My damn headphones are dying on me. I got another pair.
All right, just go on. We got plenty of time. And I can't really stop this one because the other one's still converting.
Oh, well, hold on.
I was say, do you want me to keep reading or not?
Not right this
Yeah,
second.
just keep going. I'll let you know when they die.
No, you sure?
Yeah, just keep going. I'll let you know when they die.
All right. Well, Berkowitz was then sent to perhaps one of the most famous prisons in the world, Attica Correctional Facility,
Mhm.
which is a supermax.
Yeah.
I mean, this is for like the big boys. You know what I mean? This is almost
Yeah.
like
You go in,
federal
you never come out.
supermax. Yeah, I mean,
This
This
is
is
where like
definitely-
where the supervillains are sent.
yeah, for sure. Like anybody famous,
Mhm.
anybody, you know what I mean, like Berkowitz or like, I don't know, maybe even DeFeo's up there. I don't know.
Yeah. The guy
mean,
that tried
yeah.
to steal the Statue of Liberty. That guy is there.
I thought you were
Got it.
talking about the Green Goblin.
He tried
No.
to steal all the world's monuments. Oh, that's Carmen San Diego. Yeah.
Yeah, DeFeo, man, the Amityville guy.
That's what they say. Where in the world is she? Attica. That's the answer.
And the only ones who can break him out is Stallone and his crew.
Yeah. The like the was it the Brotherhood of
Inspector
Evil?
Gadget.
Yeah. Meanwhile.
Yeah, right. Meanwhile, in Attica. but basically Berkowitz would go on camera several times to tell his story. And one in particular was in February of 79. David would confess yet again, but in a much different way, that he previously gave to the police. He
Right.
would admit that the stories of demonic possession were a hoax,
No.
and also admitted
I
to
can't believe it.
court-appointed psychiatrist that he was only lashing out with immense anger and hatred at a world
Mm-hmm.
that he believed had rejected and shunned him.
Fuck. Well, I can't imagine it's a pretty, I think it's a tough life when you walk around as David Berkowitz. Like, I don't believe shit was easy. You know what I mean?
No, I
Well,
can't imagine.
I'm not
that it
sure.
was.
Well, yeah, I mean, maybe once he became David Berkowitz.
Right.
I mean,
Well,
but
yeah, you
before
mean
that,
like once he was a serial killer. I
Yeah.
bet you there was. I bet you that's true though. Unfortunately, like
I mean,
I'm sure he
before
had
that,
a
he was
bunch
just a
of.
regular dude.
He got a bunch of groupies after that. I bet you
Oh,
he did.
dude, are you fucking kidding me? Dude,
I
bitches were
bet you he
met.
did.
Chicks were wanting to marry fucking Bundy, Manson.
No,
like,
yeah, he
Perez.
definitely had groupies.
I mean,
Right.
chicks
He got
love
put in
these
prison.
guys, bro,
Yeah,
because
Well,
they're the
yeah.
bad boys, and they're unattainable.
the bad boys.
Well, I mean, in their eyes.
I mean, he didn't do it in a leather jacket.
well, no, yeah,
Yeah,
Hold
you
on.
know what I mean?
yeah. More specifically, though, he felt that he was rejected by women, which could have been, the catalyst for his crimes all along.
Yeah,
I mean,
That's a catalyst for a lot of these guys.
It does kind of seem that way, don't it?
Yeah, there's very few of them who like go after men. I mean, it's always like Mary in second grade wouldn't date me.
Yeah, most of them are crimes against women.
Yeah,
I think it's fair to say.
Sadomasochistic kind of things. You know,
Well, I think a lot of it is that
Or
inferiority complex. You know what I mean?
Then they can't get it up too. That's another part where they blame the women for.
Well, and I'm sure, it's like Tim just said, though, like inferiority complex. Because I'm sure, you get rejected enough, get shot down enough.
Yeah, you start feeling like you're not good enough.
Yeah, you're going to start feeling a certain type of way towards that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was only 2 more rejections away from ending up like this when I was single. So.
Good thing for Cal, huh?
Yeah, good thing for womankind.
Yeah.
I guess.
Married.
I guess you can say that.
But I mean, I don't know, dude. It just seems like, and then they kind of just and like I think with the guys that he also shot was more maybe out of jealousy, maybe.
I just think they were there.
Or you just think they just happened to be there.
He was going for the women, and he just was unloading into a car.
Yeah, I think they were just there.
I mean, because damn, what the hell did he say? He called himself like a star-crossed or a sex-starved daydreamer. Is what he said in an interview before.
That's fucking disgusting.
I mean, that's like
it's really gnarly thing to say about yourself,
dude. That's.
Oh,
I mean, but dude, at that point,
I hate that so much.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, call a fucking escort or something. I mean, goddamn, you ain't got to go out and start.
I mean, you're in New York City in the 70s, dude.
That's
like,
what I'm saying. Like hookers were right there.
Go out at the same time of night, and you're gonna find
right.
They're everywhere.
A lady of the night.
Notorious in the 70s for that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better than, than going out and start popping people for no reason.
Well, he had a reason. It says right here that he was shunned by a society that didn't want him, and then the women didn't show him no attention. There's his reasons.
Yeah. So because that's
and the dogs that were.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Possessed by Lucifer,
by the devil. So between the devil and no ass,
or his minions.
Yeah, or his minions. Could have been his minions. The son of Sam, I guess.
Yeah, Satan only shows up in the suburbs of New York.
Yeah. He has a certain
like an
price range,
like the really nice areas,
income gap that he wants you to be at.
Well, I mean, you got to have standards.
Yeah.
No matter who you are.
Well, I mean, if he's gonna make his work his while,
he's not gonna possess a poor person.
Yeah, no. He's
or a canine.
Or a canine for that matter, which is even, I guess, lower than a poor person.
I never heard of a possessed cat. I've never heard of that.
No, but you have heard they're always familiars for witches.
Cats?
Yeah. Actually, with the whole witch thing, man, I think the cats were like supposed to be their devil.
Well, that's part of for like the Black Plague, dude. The church deemed cats as like evil. They killed them all off, and then the rats showed up.
No, it didn't fucking work because
I have a cat.
I have one too.
At least somewhere. I think I have a cat. Maybe it's some sort of shapeshifting changeling thing.
Tim's got a new thing to worry about.
It's the thing from the movie, The Thing.
Yeah, that'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Kurt Russell. The Thing, not it. My bad.
Yeah. Well, I don't think my cat's Pennywise.
Yeah.
I don't know. It could be.
He's all like fucking half.
Well, he always is.
Well, dude, just this.
If your cat ever hollering at me when I get off to work.
Yeah.
Hey man.
If your cat ever looks at you and his eyeballs are going in opposite directions, just don't let him back in the house.
That must be one of the Scars guards. They're fantastic.
But dude, later in the 90s, Berkowitz he ended up being moved to Sullivan Correctional Facility. And this is where he's still locked up to this day.
Yeah, he's still alive, like 70, I think.
Yeah,
70,
I mean, he's
71,
up there, man.
70, 71.
But, like...
Son of God.
Yeah, he's the son of God now, like,
Yeah, because he found religion or something, right?
They always do, bro.
Am I the only one surprised that it wasn't, like, he didn't convert to Islam? Isn't that what I feel like happens a lot in jail? Is that people convert to Islam?
They either find,
They always
either
find some
find
form of God.
Jesus or Muhammad or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
As they're, a lot of them see it like, oh, I'm a reformed man, like trying to get out.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
but
a
somebody
good
like
point.
Berkowitz, bro, like he
You're
knows
never
he's
You
not.
ain't
getting
never
out,
get- yeah,
no
you ain't
matter
never get
what.
It's like Manson before he died.
Dude, you could have Jesus Christ himself give a character reference. You're not like after all the shit that he did, he's not getting
Yeah,
out.
you're not getting out, bro. I mean, look at Manson. Manson went in front of the board like what, 15, 20 times?
Only because the law said he had to.
Yeah, because they had
never
to.
were gonna let him
Yeah.
out. Are you crazy?
It's just like Berkowitz, dude. You know what I
Never
mean?
gonna
Like,
let him out.
he'll never see the streets again, bro. And he knows that. I mean, somebody did try to kill his ass in
Well,
there.
it's because Manson would also do shit like he'd be like, "Oh, are you gonna be like a normal part of society?" He's like, he's doing all kinds of weird shit. And like, they're never gonna let you out. And then
He acted like that, dude. Have you ever seen that crazy bum on Aqua Teen?
no,
No, oh
I don't
my
know
god,
what you're talking about.
Because that's how that bum just acts. It's like how
Yeah.
you just did.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I'm pretty
Which is
sure it's a
like-
play on Charles Manson.
Yeah, it
has to
probably
be.
is.
He's the OG of that. Like he started all of that.
I mean, but man, like I guess, you kind of flipped the script, bro. You know what I mean? You went from, I'm talking to devils and demons and dogs
Right.
to now I'm talking to God and Jesus and
Right.
angels, I guess. I don't know.
And
You
they're
know what I
telling me
mean?
to kill.
Yeah. So who's fucking right? Like, what do I do? Is
I
it
have both
if I kill
sides
in the
telling
name
me
of
to
the
kill.
devil, or is it okay if I kill in the name of God?
Like you got the demon, like the devil on one shoulder. He's like, you should kill that person. The angel's like, no, listen to him.
Yeah. He's like, no, don't
He's
kill that
always got
person.
good ideas. Like,
Yeah.
He's like, no, you don't listen to him. Don't kill him. Kill him.
Kill him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, kill him over there.
Yeah.
He's the true sinner.
And he's just sitting there going, wait, whoa. Ain't you supposed to be my good shoulder? Like,
He just slaps him in the face. Do as I tell you.
yeah, do as you're told. He has some good ideas.
But now you would believe that the story of the Son of Sam, David Berkowitz, all right, that it would be over, right?
right.
You would think.
But you would be wrong. 100%. There is a journalist known as Maury Terry. And they believe wholeheartedly that David Berkowitz did not act alone and was in fact a part of a larger organization that committed murders all over the country.
No, see, I've heard this.
Yeah.
They said that's why the descriptions were so different.
Yes, that's part of the thing. It was like, it wasn't just the one person. They were just using the same MO.
Right.
To kill.
Right.
Which makes a lot of sense when you start putting it all together like that.
Well,
all
how do you
these
get
different
such,
descriptions.
like wildly varying
Yeah,
description?
like, dude,
if it was the
some of these
same guy.
descriptions weren't even close.
Yeah, if it's the
Like,
same
they didn't
guy.
even look close.
Right.
And if and I don't know if I'm a little jumping the gun here, but
Too soon,
what the
man.
Fuck was his name?
It's too
The
soon
one
for that
dude
joke.
straight up says Berkowitz ain't the one who shot him.
Yeah.
I can't remember that
Even
guy's
one of the
name.
moms, I think Moskowitz's mother, said that there's nobody on earth that convinced her that Berkowitz shot her daughter.
And the one lady, I do
Yeah.
remember the one old lady that saw where his car was parked, said that when the shooting went down like 5 or 8 blocks away, there is no way that he had time to get from where he was to get to where the shooting was and back.
Right.
In that
And,
short amount of time.
well, because he also gets like the ash rash because his thighs are rubbing together.
Yeah. He was running so damn fast.
He gets swamp ass.
Yeah, and they're just raw dog inner thighs.
Well, see, now that's part of the reason why, Terry, Maury Terry takes the stance that there was like an organization known as the Process,
The Process.
which is
Dun,
kind of a
dun,
cool name,
dun.
honestly. I like it.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
cool
that's
name.
pretty cool.
Well, the Process is actually a spin-off or the Ordo Templi Orientis,
Right.
which is Aleister Crowley's occult and magical group.
So essentially, like
Again-
there was people that practiced the Ordo Templi Orientis,
Yeah.
or like was it Thelema? Was Aleister Crowley's stuff? That's what it was called. It's called Thelema too.
Yeah.
And so essentially, they're saying that like this spun off of that. So not
Yeah.
necessarily that Crowley had anything to do with it, because Crowley was well dead by now.
Yeah, it's just kind of
But
like a
it's
knockoff. Or
it's like they've just followed a lot of
Yeah,
his
well,
beliefs and stuff.
The Orientis things went on past Crowley.
Right.
But this dude, I mean, I can't. This dude shows up in everything, man.
Crowley,
Like, yeah,
I mean, they say he's
He
the most
shows
evil
up
man
in
in the world.
wickedest
everything.
man in the world.
Yeah, and
Well,
he wore that moniker proudly.
Yeah,
Well,
but
they-
he wasn't really.
No, he was a sensationalist, man.
Yeah.
That's all it was. Just kind of
Well,
like
he
Anton
lived. He
LaVey.
definitely he definitely lived it. LaVey was a showman.
Yeah,
The
he was.
carnival. He worked for a carnival and shit. You know what I mean? Like he knew how to play that shit up.
no,
But I
Aleister
think
Crowley
Crowley was
actually
the real
thought-
deal, man. Like
yeah, like he
he
knew.
really believed it. Like
No,
really,
yeah, I'm not down that at
really,
all.
really,
Well, no,
really,
dude,
really,
Crowley actually tried to do a ritual once. I think it's called the Moonchild ritual,
Yep.
where he's actually trying to summon a woman to this plane of existence to impregnate her to have the Antichrist.
The Scarlet Woman.
Yeah, the Scarlet Woman.
Mm-hmm.
So he actually tried to perform the Antichrist ritual to bring around the end of the world.
I don't know if it was him that did that. I think
No,
it
he-
was
I-
other
I think
members.
he
in his group.
tried.
It was L. Ron Hubbard
L. Ron Hubbard
and
and
the other dude that started JPL.
it
his
was a
name's escaping me.
scientist.
Yeah, the guy that started JPL.
Yeah, I can't remember his name right now.
Because L. Ron Hubbard was banging his wife.
Girlfriend. Yeah.
Whatever. It's the same thing.
Yeah,
like,
no, but
they
like Aleister
tried-
Crowley tried it too.
Well, they
but
tried
then
it for sure.
They actually did it.
Yeah,
like,
they tried it for sure.
well, obviously they didn't
Parsons.
create the Antichrist.
What's
but
his name? Richard Parsons, or it was something Parsons.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
John or I
John
think it was
Parsons.
John Parsons. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's actually something like this group has attempted a couple times actually.
Yeah.
And their group is actually created like a smaller satanic cult
Right.
that would end up being called the Children.
So it was like kind of like a offshoot, just a
Exactly.
little more extreme.
Yeah, because Crowley wasn't a Satanist
Yeah.
by any
No.
means. He wasn't.
Mhm.
I don't think he ever brought him up. I don't think he ever
Wasn't he
brought
really
him up.
like more of like kind of an alchemist type
Yeah, he was fully into magic,
magic?
Yeah. He was into that like
sex
like
magic.
chaos magic,
Yes.
yeah, sex magic,
Sex
and all
magic.
that.
Yeah, because he was in the Order of the Golden Dawn too.
Yeah,
So
until he like these guys are a bunch of nerds.
he fucking dipped out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he dipped out of that.
It's like
It's like,
you
y'all ain't
guys suck,
extreme
man.
enough for me.
Yeah,
there's
so
not-
like
sex
the
going on.
process was a
there's not enough
spin-off of
sodomy
Orientis,
for my taste.
and then like the Children spun off of them. Like these,
Right. So
going
it
down.
started with the OTO, then it went to the process, and then the process.
yeah, became
They
yeah,
got the
part of it
Children.
became the
Right.
Children.
Okay.
Well, dude, when you jump off from like the Orientis, right? And
right.
then you go to the process of the church. What is it?
It's like the
Process
Church of the
of
Process or something
Final
like that.
judgment.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So, you know, if the name like the Church of the Final Judgment ain't extreme enough for you, you know what I mean? Just like, well, no, you know, no, we can be even more extreme. Let's make this
Isn't
fully
there-
satanic.
Isn't there a church called like Church that like Christ the Scientist or something?
So,
Isn't there something like that too?
I
yes.
don't know.
Where if you
Oh, dude, it's the Church of
Christ the Scientist or something,
Christ Science. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
something like that.
where like he gets hit by a bunch of gamma rays.
He becomes the Hulk. like,
Yeah, but he goes around.
that's a pretty cool Jesus. I'm not gonna lie to you,
performing
you know?
miracles instead of Hulk save. You know what I mean? Like,
Hulk bring fish. But yeah, it also was his Terry's belief stated
Right.
in his book in 1989, The Ultimate Evil,
sure.
that several members of the cult were involved in the Son of Sam killings in New York City between 1976 and 77.
Right. So it wasn't just Berkowitz acting
Yeah.
solo.
So there was a
Yeah.
lot of gaps in this
Well,
in the
Berkowitz
Son of
does.
Sam where he was able to
Yeah.
like kind of piece things together in a different way than
Right. And
how
this
the-
Maury
how the
Terry
cops
dude,
wanted it.
like,
Yeah, but he got deep into this, man. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, Maury Terry is the one that brought it to the forefront for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because he was finding all kinds of shit, and then he had his interviews with Berkowitz, and got a lot more information from it.
Yep.
From him that way,
Which made it kind of a little more maybe credible in his eyes.
Yeah.
Maybe kept him thinking, hey, I'm on the right track here.
Right.
Yeah. The only problem is, how much can you
so wide open?
Because everyone knows
he's been proven a
paranoid schizophrenic's words are like law. Yeah,
gospel.
You could believe him 100%.
Yeah.
They will never lie or embellish anything.
I do believe the Clockwork Elves are running all of the major governments.
But yeah, this is where we're going to pick up next week with the fourth part of Son of Sam.
Yeah, it's a long one. You kind of have to, man, to do it justice, because
if we tried to put all this into one episode,
two episodes,
or even two,
or even three.
Yeah, clearly.
I mean, the reality is, bro, we're getting ready to hit an episode 4 of this.
Well, I think we're just going to do the rest of the podcast. It's just going to be about Son of Sam. It's going to be a 98 part series.
Before we're done, every major political power and politician in the world will be part of the process. The children, somebody.
We're going to connect it to Bohemian Grove.
Yeah.
And all those guys.
And then as soon as we connect to Bohemian Grove, you'll never hear from us again, because they will suicide us.
Yep, because we're going to connect it to the Tulsi underground base.
Yeah, we'll get suicided. And
then we'll connect that to the moon.
We'll get famous that way.
Yeah.
Then we'll go to Mars.
Yeah, I'm about to say, they will connect it to Mars.
Yep.
It's all coming together.
Then it's all, then between that and the flat Earth and hollow Earth.
Yeah. And then somehow Neptunians are going to get involved, and
before you know it, Jesus was involved with the Son of Sam killing.
And Jesus is actually an immortal being.
Yeah.
Sent to Earth to right the wrongs.
Well, there was I think there was 20 of them, and there can only be one.
Yeah.
Left. At the end.
He's a Highlander.
And they fought with swords and stuff.
Well, the problem is
that what you're telling me?
He's getting stuck. He's getting stuck in the timelines, fixing people's lives.
Right before he has to jump, and hopefully that's that's the final jump home.
Yeah.
God, dude, I hope I don't get ran over by a car tomorrow, or have a heart attack or something.
Yeah, no, man.
I think we should just caveat it
probably
we're just telling jokes. We're not just to be safe.
Yeah, the Son of Sam never actually existed.
We're just telling jokes.
Yeah.
Lord Almighty, we're just having fun.
Put a disclaimer out now.
One of us isn't waking up tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, so like we said, that's Son of Sam Part 3. Next week, man, we're gonna get into this process a little bit more. And
this is gonna be dope, because I didn't know a lot about this, man, until I really did we did a deep dive into Berkowitz. I've
never heard of him until we started looking into him.
I'm kind of excited about the next one.
Me neither, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Yeah. And definitely, I will admit, right now, check out that Sons of Sam on Netflix documentary. Shit is awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing. It is
very good. It's very good. Definitely check it out if you want to learn more about what we're talking about. And as always, guys, follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook at Gamma Ray Podcast. Follow us on YouTube at Gamma Ray Podcast. And as always, we love you. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you next week.
Yeah. See you next week.
Bye.